Today I am going to show you how I make my protein balls. Throughout several of my videos I have shown them and I have had lots of requests on how to make them. So this recipe is super easy and there are so many different variations and ways you can make it, and really you can't go wrong with this recipe. The first ingredient that you will need is old-fashioned oats. You can probably use quick oats, they would probably work fine, but I like the old-fashioned oats. That's just what I have always used. The second thing that you will need is some kind of a nut butter. This is peanut butter. This is a sample that I am going to throw in there. It's like coconut macadamia butter, but you could do almond butter, any kind of a nut butter. The next ingredient that I don't think you should skip out on is a protein powder. Can you make protein balls without protein powder? Technically, yes, you could make it and it would form into a ball and it would taste good. The reason why I don't think it is an ingredient that you should skip is because the whole point behind eating a protein ball or a little peanut butter ball or whatever you want to call it is to have a quick, easy snack that is filling. And the protein is what's going to fill you up. I think the more protein, the better. This is a chocolate protein mix. This is a vanilla protein mix. Both of these are health code. You can also put different flavors in there to mix it up. This is a pumpkin spice one. You also want some kind of a sweetener, whether that's maple syrup or honey. Either one will work great. This is where it gets really fun because you can add tons of different mix-ins to your protein balls to mix them up a little bit. Mini chocolate chips is not optional. You have to have mini chocolate chips unless you put mini M&Ms. That's fun too. Coconut shreddings, Rice Krispie, chia seeds or flax seed is a great option, and then a little dash of salt. I've got my helper here and our goal is to do this without waking up the baby. We are going to start with a 1 1/3 cup of oats, a 1/2 cup of vanilla protein powder or chocolate protein powder. This is a 1/4 cup, so we're going to do 2 of these, okay? Awesome. Yeah, that's a lot. Is it sticky? I really like the Adams natural peanut butter, but we were going through a lot of it and it was getting kind of pricey, so I got the cheap stuff this time, but I usually try to get peanut butter that doesn't have added sugar to it. Hey, good, how are you?
Good, making something.
We are making protein balls.
So the earliest flight I can take is like a 6 or 7 p.m., which would put me in at like 1 or 2 in the morning and like multiple stops, like an hour. If that works for you.
That's fine. Yeah, we can play that by ear.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm putting in just a little scoop of salt, just a little sprinkle. Do you want to do it, Lucy? Just a little sprinkle in there?
Sure.
Perfect.
Dad!
What do?
Dad!
What?
You're making protein balls.
Oh, I love protein balls.
Me too.
So yummy. Alright, love you.
Love you, bye. Okay, so we just added a little salt. We are going to add a few chia seeds. I literally don't even measure any of this. Maybe we'll just, like a tablespoon of chia seeds. A little bit of coconut's always fun. About a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. Oh, did you want to do that? Okay, do that. Rice Krispie treats are fun. It gives it a fun texture. Emma loves them, so we're going to dump a few in there as well. And then you just mix it up really good. Do you want to go get Millie out of her bed?
Sure.
Thank you. The next thing we are going to do is scoop these up into balls, and this is one of my favorite kitchen tools when it comes to making cookies and protein balls. So I'm just going to scoop some up. Once I get them all scooped up, then I go through and roll them like this. And as you roll them, if they kind of fall apart a little bit, maybe add a little bit more honey or maple syrup. But if they're a little sticky or gooey, don't worry about it because they will be just fine. Should we give this one to Millie right now?
Sure.
I think this is the perfect snack to take on picnics, and if you can keep them chilled, going on hikes, this is an awesome one to take. These are really soft right now, so I am going to chill them for about 15 minutes in the freezer. The reason why I freeze these before I put them in the fridge is so that they do not stick to each other when you put them in the bowl. But you do want to keep them stored in the refrigerator. While I'm putting these in the container, let me just talk about this mat right here. I've had the name brand one, what is it, like Silk mat. This is the Amazon one, and it works so well. It is so much cheaper, so I will link it down below. What you don't want to do is cut a pizza on it. Tell your babysitter not to cut on it or it will literally shred to pieces. But this is, yeah, so much cheaper. So I really like them. They're just non-stick. You can put them in the oven. While I am finishing scooping up the rest of my dough into balls, don't think that I'm always this happy cook with my kids at my side, because trust me, I love cooking with a quiet kitchen and no one digging into my bowls. And I do get frustrated sometimes when the kids, I mean, it's fun. I love teaching them. I love them having by my side, dumping the food into the ingredients into the bowl. It's great and it's fun. And there are times that I am frustrated with it and I send them out of the room and I enjoy a few minutes just cooking in here by myself. So we got a little bit of both worlds today. Toddlers are no joke, so busy. My little sister Ellie, who just had a baby, she is tired, she is exhausted. She is taking care of a brand newborn, and there is nothing describes the exhaustion like a brand new mom. And I'm not comparing, but having a toddler is also exhausting and tiring in a completely different way. They are two totally different ways of being tired, yet when we talk to each other, like on the Marco Polo app, we can relate to each other. And it's funny because as we get talking, she's like, oh shoot, I'm like nursing the baby, or I was up at this hour of the night, and she's telling me her stories, and then I'm like, oh crap, just a second, let me get the toddler off the kitchen countertop. And I had to jump up and do that. So it's like we're both busy. Our minds are doing different things with our little ones, but it's different. And I wouldn't trade any of it for the world. I love all of the stages. It's just fun to see the differences, and yet we're both still exhausted. As I have been following different Instagram accounts that talk about, you know, healthy foods and how to have a healthy relationship with foods, one thing that I have learned not to say to my kids or about like garbage food, junk food, candy, sweets is not to necessarily say, oh, that's bad food, because I like to eat my cookies and my sweets every once in a while. Instead of saying, oh, that's bad food, I like to say, well, that you can eat that, that's fine to eat, but it doesn't provide any nutritional value. We can eat ice cream, we can eat sweets, that's fine, but it just doesn't add any nutritional value to putting it into our bodies, but it's not necessarily bad. When my kids want just a bowl of cereal for breakfast, that's fine. Have a bowl of cereal for breakfast, but also add something that does have nutritional value, like an apple and peanut butter with your bowl of cereal, or a peanut butter ball with your whatever snack you're eating, to help add a little bit more protein to your diet. And adding protein will help your blood sugar levels not spike so much. It helps kind of level off the glucose levels when you add protein to your diet, which is why we like to drink the health code as well. So I'm going to put these in the freezer now.